to w3school.com, you will see this, all these basics. They are easy to learn, okay? So now, but for you to start anything HTML, I will tell you what you need to do. Now, before you can do it, you have to open, for example, now I open on my C drive. Did you see my C drive here on my screen? Balanced Diet Web Design Exercise. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Now you open a notepad on your PC. So for example, if I open a notepad, yeah, do you see my notepad here now? I say file, save as. I can say save as. So let me say save as web HTML dot. Now you have to use, you can use any name. You can call it dummy, you can call it anything. Web HTML, you can call it any name. Then I just use this name. But you must say HTML. You know, it's like you are saying this is now an HTML file. So you said that HTML or HTML. Okay, HTML or HTML. So now I will save it on my folder here that I've just given to you. So now I've saved it. Now, if you look here now, what do you see? You see the logo here of Internet Explorer. Why? Because I've saved it, okay? All right. Now, when we're discussing last week, I said before you can start HTML, you always start with what? A tag HTML, even though it can run, but it's always a good idea to start with this HTML, okay? Then you say add, all right? For dummy purpose, add. So on the head, you can do this head. What can you put on the head? Do you remember? You now do this. You say title.
And then title, and then the
because you are saying now the head is this, but title is always under head. Then you can say our HTML tutorial. Okay. Then you close the title. So it's easy to learn.
Michael, head. Oh, head. Okay.
Okay. Backslash, yeah.
Backslash head.
So I can even do this way. Okay. So it's easy. Do you understand now? So it's kind of a tag. Don't worry about all this. Later on, you get. But the more you, and then you now close the head. Now, if I close it now and save it, and then I go back to my file now, that one, and I open it, see what will happen. So it has opened here, sorry.
Will it open on Internet Explorer?
Yeah, you can open it in anything as well, because I'm just using I should use Chrome, isn't it? I don't like Internet Explorer is not working again much for people. So what you can do, you can say right click, open with Chrome or something like that. So I can say open with Chrome. Okay. So it will open for me. So it has opened in Chrome for me. So they are all Internet Explorer. Now see what happened now. It has opened. Do you know why it is here this way? Did you see the title here? Our HTML tutorial.
Yeah.
That is the heading. So now, what happened is, because this is the head. So now we have not started putting body, okay? Now, because we want to continue on this level, that's why I'm doing it this way. So I'll now say body. Last week, I taught us about background color. I can say background color, all right? I can say background color equal to, what do you think? Let's use pink, because the ladies in our midst, they like pink. So, and then you cannot, and then you do this.
Close the body.
And close the body. Now, what happens is that when you are coding, you can even leave the body, because you are still going to put many things inside the body. Do you understand? All right, because it's the body that has so many parts in our body. You know, everything is inside. That's why it is. So now, if I close it now, and now I don't need to say open again. I'll just go here and say, I'll just do it. I can say refresh. I can do this. Did you see now? A background color has shown. All right. So now, don't worry about trying to add code this with your hand. Later on, you just need to understand it. You know, the tags.
Yeah.
You get used to it, because later on, when you are getting to know about the development, it's all about
this thing is just using Notepad. to
Yes.
be coded, and this thing works
And
like that.
Yeah, an editor, but you have to save it as HTML, okay? Now, but one thing is
Oh,
that,
I have to save it as HTML. Okay, okay.
yeah, I mentioned it. Now, let me make it clear to you that when we are doing this now, you will see that when we are trying to put image there, we try to put this there, we try to put this there, put this there. Everything will be okay because we are using our hand to do it. But now, the main purpose of this is for you to understand HTML tags, all right? Now, because your purpose is for you to understand the HTML tags, now, don't worry about the future. Maybe you want it to be beautiful, like our balancediet.com or anything. We use template to undo that. Okay. So template simply means someone sit there, they design a template, they make sure that the buttons are very, very beautiful. The only thing you can do is to just put your your content there since you understand HTML tags. All right. And that's why you see some people, they don't even know development, but they understand HTML tag. They can say they can use WordPress to build a website for you and they collect £400 from you, because they know these are the things you can do. Because later I'm going to teach you how to do WordPress as well. And if anybody want to go to free, I just don't have time to do. I've done website for people before, but it's stressful for me for now because of other things. So, but it's okay for people to do that. Some people, like me, I'm not that good in designing things much, but some people are very good, isn't it? So you might, take up on this as well later on, as we continue. Now, I told you last week that before, that was almost 15 years ago when I was doing web design. Then we normally use Notepad and then Internet Explorer, because Internet Explorer was very good. We normally go to view and source. Okay, but in this case for Chrome, I mentioned that you go to developer tools last week, you go to more tools, then you say developer tools. Now you will see, now anytime you want to troubleshoot, this is a way to troubleshoot things. Now it's very common. If you go to developer tools and you see, did you see what's happening now? I see sources, I see console, I see elements. So these are my elements. Do you see what's happening now? It's saying add. So I can break it down. Do you see the arrow? So if I point here, it's showing me this, but don't worry, it's showing me this is the background of everything. Okay. Now when we start coding, maybe you have a problem in your website, you'll be able to know. So for example, now if I do this, let me close this for now, right? So let's continue our tutorial now, because you have at least understand this now. So I'm going to continue on the tutorial on, so we'll continue with links. Last week we talked about links, isn't it? We said that link has attributes, isn't it? href is this one, all right? Now, and I told us last week that link can come in different form, all right? But we are not doing HSS now. So I'm trying to give you a good link. This is where we are going to, okay? Now, we want to practice now. We want to practice these 4 attributes, okay? What is the tag for link? As I said last week, what is the tag? It's A, isn't it? I want to put a link here at the top. I want to go to a BBC website. I said A, I will say href, I will say equal to. Now, HTML is not case sensitive. I can decide to say capital here. It doesn't matter. They are not case sensitive, okay? So I'm just making sure my code is neat and so on. So I would say I want to go to BBC. So I can say it's always good to use HTTP, isn't it? HTTPS, because it's good to have HTTPS on your website. www.bbc.co.uk. Now I do this now, all right? Now, this is the link, okay? Now, I can say I am going to BBC. Now, I close my A tag, all right? Now, since I close it now, what happened is that if I refresh this page, this is it now, isn't it? So if I click it, what do you see now? It takes me to BBC, isn't it? Now, if it takes me to BBC, I told us last week that some people, they want to click it, but they don't want to leave that page. I just want to open it in a new window. So you can decide to say that anytime they click it, it should go to a new window. Anytime they click it, you should just minimize it opening. So these are what we call attributes, okay? And which is shown in this website. So it's a blank. opens the link document in a new window or tab. Did you see it now? Save opens the linked document in the same window. So the default, you see now, that's the default. So if we don't put it there, that's why when I click this, it takes me away from that page. Did you see it? Because it's using that same page, all right? Now, parent opens the link document in a parent frame. So we're going to look at the 4 examples now. How it's, sometimes you go to some websites, this is how they operate, this is how they want it to operate as well. Top. So let's try blank first and see how blank is. So these are the attributes, okay? So let's continue. So I'll just put it here. Right. Save. So let's see. So if I click it now, did you see it now? It takes me to another tab, isn't it? So that's for blank. Now, if I change it to self is already default. So self means like, so which is the other one? Top. We'll just try this. The rest I'll leave it. So let's try top. So if I go here and I do this, did you see top now? So the same thing. Wait, you shouldn't do that. So that's top as well. Okay. Now, there's last one I want to show you. That one will come as a parent. Where is it? As a frame. Is it frame they call it? Let me look at it. It's called parent. Have we used parent? No. So we use parent now. So let me close this. Don't want it to be too slow for me. Can you get what I'm doing, everybody? If you are, I'm not clear, let me know. So I'll do parent now. So if I try it now.
You missed the underscore.
Okay.
Underscore parent.
Yeah, fine. Thank you. So, and then I click save now. I will go back here, refresh it, go here. So that's parent for you. Okay. Now,
it's the same as self.
Yeah, the same as self. But don't worry. You know why?
Okay.
Because we don't use frame. Suppose we use frame. Okay. It's going to open it in another frame, but we have not created frame, but we'll still get to frame. Frame. Did you see this screen now? You see it's parted into 2. Yeah. Some might be frame. You might not see it, but frame is operating the other side of things. Okay. These are frame. So when we get to frame, then you understand what frames is. Okay. So you see they say open the link doc in a parent frame. Okay, because we don't have frame. That's why you could not see how it works.
Okay.
All right. So for example, if we go here now, let me see if they give example of frame here. I'm looking for, let's try example here. Try it yourself. Let me try if they, because this is like a frame here now. Parents. Let's run it. Oh, sorry. No, it doesn't give it. Because this is a parent frame. So leave it that way for now. Later on, I don't.
Okay.
The next one is you can give it a title. And we can put image. You know, I was telling us last week, we can put image between a link. Did we learn image last week when I was talking about image?
Yes.
So now we'll start image first here. We'll learn image. After putting image, you will now put image in the middle of that link and see what's going to happen. Okay. So image is here. Okay. So this is image. All right. Now, image is IMG as well. So you can go here and say, I want to put an image. Now, I told us last week that you can decide to have image like this and then give it length, height of the image as well, which I was mentioning yesterday. So, so for example, I can say image, you say SRC equal to, now, there are several ways to do image. Now, I'll tell you, some people, they might say, I go to Google now, see what I'm doing. All right, I might go to, oh my God, images. I want to search football. Okay, I click this. I will say right click. Did you see? I'll say copy link address. I just want to use it as an example. So I can decide to say Anytime they click this, okay,
That's not very long.
it's okay.
In quotes.
In code, yes. For now, we just want to do that. That's image for you there. So I can make it to decide to be in between. Now let's first leave it this way, okay? If I save it now and I go here, no, it's not.
We haven't specified an alternative. Alt.
No. I just want you to show first.
Okay.
I understand what you're saying. So image source, HTTPS. I think I'm getting things wrong here. IMG. But regardless of that, or is it this way? Don't know why it's not. Or maybe it doesn't like that image source. Let's see. So
this is one of the problems I've been having. Images.
No, you should be fine. I think the link is not
taken from a web page. It's always, they don't seem to work the way you expect.
Maybe some of them are broken. It's okay. It doesn't matter. So let's try this. Copy. Not copy image address. Sorry. Maybe it's image address. I don't know. Yeah. I think it should be fine this way. So try it. Oh, that's my page. Okay, here it goes. So here it goes now. Did you see it now? So it's image address. So you can use Google. So I can now say height. I can give it height. I can give it. So it's image address you go for. Then you can say height, because this one is taking a lot of. I can say height is what? You know, is this centimeter or meter? Which one?
Pixels, but just a digit or number.
No.
Without any unit.
So they can use now. I want height and width. Yes, 600 and 500. So let's try this. Let's be lazy. Okay. Now we want to make it this way now. An image doesn't have close tag. I forgot to tell you that. So now if we do this now, what happened? I've done something wrong. Oh, because I didn't code this. So now it's okay this way. Don't worry about how everything is now at the moment, because we are not. So just for now, just look at how things work. Don't look at the way it is ugly or anything like that. Just look at the way it is functioning. So this is it now. This is the football, yeah? Now, I can decide to say, I want to have my own image in my own computer. I want to link it to my own computer because this is a link. I want to have it in my own computer. So what I need to do is that I'm going to do this now. I'm going to say, okay, I don't want to use this. I want to go into my own PC. Now, for example, now, if I say Michael.jpg, now, if I said it this way now, okay, if I say look for it, because I don't have it now, if I just do this thing like this, it simply means that I'm saying look for the image in the same folder with this file. Now, if I go here, I don't have the image here, isn't it? Because I'm saying look for it in this folder. So I'm not putting like C drive, you know, the web and the local address. I didn't put it like this. See, you understand? Because I know it is the same folder. So if I do this, I won't find it because I've not put the image there, isn't it? It's going to put this there. So if I now go to my pictures here on my computer, so if I go here, if I go to pictures, So if I click one of the, which one should I use for features? I should have sample pictures here. So let's go for these are, okay, I can copy it. I can do this. So paste. Let me rename it as Michael and then say, okay, I'm looking for that Michael, right? So if I now go here and say, look for it. Did you see it now? So now suppose that I don't want to look for it here. It's already in another part of the computer. What I need to do is that it's like this. You are showing the address. I can say see this, and then I can go to where pictures is here. I can look for the and say, okay, I want to take the pictures that is here. So I can go to public picture. Where do we see sample pictures here? Yeah. So I can now do this. I can say, okay, I want to find it here. Okay. I just want to copy the path address rather than, but I won't use, I'll use another one now. I'll use slash. I already know the address here, but I just want to know a name now. Let's use jellyfish.jpg. So I can say jellyfish.jpg. Jellyfish.jpg. Okay. So jellyfish.jpg. So you can see now that the jellyfish has shown here because we put the image there now. Can we see it now? Because I located the file, the image file from another folder. So that's how it works, okay? Now, if I now say, okay, I want to reduce this height, I can just give it probably 200, 200, isn't it? I can say here now and say 200, 200, and width and height. This is just basic, so don't worry. Later on, when you start doing a lot of things, you can start making things beautiful. It's just for you to understand the concept of web design, all right? These are the key things you need. So if I save it this way, I go back and refresh. By the way, you can press F5 or enter here. So that's it now. So if I decide to say, I want to put this image file inside a link. So I can say, I can do this now. I say, take me to, anytime they click it, you take me to what? BBC. So I'll put that image between, remember we put I am going to BBC between the link tag. But in this case, we are putting the image between the link tag. So I can close the link here, /A, right? And I can say save. So if I now go here and then do the same thing you did on Facebook, you click image and it takes you somewhere else. So if I do this now, you see now, it's not working because I've not refreshed it. So if I press enter, I put my hand here. Do you see an hand here now? If I click it now, what happened? It takes me to BBC because I clicked the image, all right? Because it's in between the link tag, all right? So that's how you work in, in HTML. You put links between, each tag. You see how it works and so on and so forth. Okay, let's continue.
Excuse me, Michael.
Yes.
Michael, about images.
Yes.
You copy image address, right?
Yes.
I never see it. I don't have that option. Every time I want to.
Okay. Let's do it together. Have you gone to image where you search images here on Google?
Yes.
Okay. First, click one of the picture. Click this.
Yes.
Right click.
Right click.
And then copy image 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ninth.
That option, I have never seen it. I tried again.
Have you seen it now?
No.
Which one are you using? Are you using Google and Chrome?
I'm on Edge now.
Okay, so what's in your Edge? I don't have Edge on my PC, but what tell me the options that is there. Do you see the option there? Can you tell me the options there?
Yes, I'm coming. Images.
We can do it together if you want to share your screen quickly, but if not, another thing you can do is copy image address in Edge. You can just say in Google, copy image address in Edge, and then you get it. I can't see your screen.
So I'm not sharing. I'm just trying to tell you the options.
Okay, now, okay, if you want to get
link.
it,
Copy link. That's the very long one you tried first. Remember?
Okay. Okay, look at the answer here. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Copy an image URL in Microsoft Edge. So right click on the image for you want to copy the URL. Yeah. Then select copy, not copy picture.
From the menu. Okay.
Now, if you don't see copy in the image, select inspect element. So maybe you can use inspect element. This is what I was telling you. You know, you can use inspect element as well. So for example, I will show you how to do that here. I can go here. All right. I can go to more tools, developer tools. Don't worry, any other person that is listening, don't worry, we're just trying to troubleshoot something. I can now hover over this image and then to see. No, I don't want it that way. So if I move here, I can start moving everywhere just to know where the image is. I'm trying to see, wait, no, not this way. This is how you do it. Let's bring this one. No, I'm trying to help on how to do this, but so what is the option? Because I'm thinking they are putting it here, copy, then select copy. Yeah, try to paste it, select copy and paste it on your
I've copied.
Yeah. Then paste it on your notepad. Just copy and paste it on your notepad. Maybe it's going to put the address there. Because inspect element, you can use it as well, but that one is too complicated, isn't it?
It's not pasting.
If you don't see copy in the menu, select inspect element.
I can see copy. I have copied. Then if I paste it on Word, it gives me the same picture that I copied and not the address.
No.
You know, it's the address that I need
tell
to
me how many options you have there. You have copy, save picture. I could see what you copy link is not working. Okay, I see what you mean.
Copy link is working, but it is that long.
No, it won't work. It won't work.
And there's no other option except copy.
I think what you can do is you can use inspect elements. So for example, now, honestly, to be sincere, if I want to do this in Edge, do you know how to get to inspect elements?
No, I've never.
Because I've not used Edge. Edge is not something you should go. But in developer tools, you can see inspect elements here. So I can click it.
I'm using Windows 10, and you know they use Edge by default.
But you can change it.
Michael, I have tried. I have changed the default browser so many times.
Okay. Maybe one day we'll do it tomorrow. Probably if I have time, I will do it for you.
Okay.
I will tell you what you need to do.
Okay.
So elements, you could see now, if I want to get the image I want now, I can put this there. You see the image? This is the image that they're talking about now. And then I can go to inspect element. I think it's tricky for inspect element for now because I don't want to stress myself on it. Let's leave it for now. And then we'll do it tomorrow so that you can have if you can't find. But honestly, to be sincere, it's not every time you'll be putting a copy image on everything, but for info, all right. So let's continue so that we can get along as well quickly as possible tonight. Do you get it? That one is a minor issue for us. Oh my God, my computer started getting slow. What happened? Because we went to one image. That's why you don't like going to some website. It was okay. Let's go. All right, let's continue. Now let's go to tables. What's tables? Tables helps you to arrange things very well. It makes you to present data. Did you see this now? HTML table example. These are what you can use with HTML, okay? They say try it yourself. So let's see what they show here. See, look at what they do. Now, we want to look at this, okay? This is what you can do with HTML, all right? So I'll put it on our notepad first, and then we'll now explain this. We'll first learn it, and I'll tell you how it is done, okay? So that you can have it, because I'm going to send you these files for you to practice again to see what we've done. So I'll put this there, but we are not running this. We want to explain the basic first, okay? So I'll remove this doc type, edge, style. We're not doing style now. Don't worry about this. That's why you will learn this now later on. Let's remove style, because style for now is on cascading style sheets. So let's remove head. Let's remove body. We already have body already, isn't it? We have body already. So now let me show you something first. So if I go here and then do this, if I go here now, look at what happened. Did you see what happened? Because I removed the style. So style, that's what you are going to learn. Style will make things beautiful for you. You see, that's why they call it casting style sheet. Because we remove the style there because it's not part of our lecture yet. You see this thing? It is removed straight away. So it's appearing as a table, but the styles are removed, okay? Okay. So, but let's start with tables, okay? Let's start with tables here. How to start a table? If you do not specify a border for a table, it will be displayed without borders. A border is set using the CSS border property. We don't want to learn it now. If you want to learn it now, we can do it, but it's going to be confusing, okay? All right. But it's always good to have border. You can even have border already. You know, I will tell you how to do that with HTML table, but it's not going to be very nice, but you can still have it. So HTML table, forget about all these things. This is not necessary in HTML for now. So we are going to go at this, okay? That's why people might be confused. Oh, why should I need border spacing for now? Don't worry, okay? These are all about tables and trying to use cascading style sheet, not now. So don't let us jump there, okay? Right. So to make a cell span more than one column, use the call span. So that one simply means, for example, we always have table. We have table row. We have table header. So if you want to have a table, you must first define a table. Okay, you must always have a table. Every website you go to, if you go to any website, because they already have the template, everything is always in a table, because the table keeps all images, all data, everything in alignment. Okay, that's why there is table. Table will put everything in alignment. It will help you to measure the length and the width of your screen and everything like that. That's the purpose of table. Okay, everything is embedded in the table. If you have table, everything will be arranged properly in your web page. All right, that's the purpose of table. Okay, so now if I start with this now, before you start table, just say table. Okay, because I don't want us to start using style, but they keep using style, which I don't know why they start using it for people, but because it confuse people about casting styles. Okay, let's start. Let's start table here. Okay, I'll remove this for now because now we are not even getting it. So let's start it. Let's just remove this for now. Okay, I don't want to put style there. Okay, table. All right. For your table, things will be what? Will be under it. The first thing that will be under it is what? Table row, which is what? TR. That's table row. Now, after table row is what? Is table header. Now, the table header is like, for example, name under, you understand? The header, the first one that will be in the first row is a table header, okay? So I can call it name, as they said here. So we'll follow the example, okay? And then after that, oh, sorry, what am I doing? Table row, then table header, because I have to put it there, okay? Then I put name there, okay? Let me do it this way. Let's do it properly. and then I close the table header. If you don't close it like that, other things that you write will fall under what? Under table header there for that particular row. So it's going to be, so because you want name to stand alone there as an header, so you have to close it, okay? All right. And then I will open another one called telephone, okay? See what I'm doing? See what I'm doing now? This is another one, okay? But now they put code span. You can use that to make a set span more than one column. In other words, for example, if you don't put this here, it's going to just have a span. A span simply means a space, something like that, okay? But if you have two, it's going to be at least more. Okay, I can put 4. Let's put 4. Okay. Then I close it. Let's put more there. Let's not only put name and telephone. Let's put other things. What can we put there? Let's email address, isn't it? Let's put email. Let's put what? Telephone, email, and address, home address. But it's okay that way. Now after that, I can now close the table row. Okay. Now we're still going to table data. Okay. Now I've closed the table row. Now this is what we call the first one. That is, everything is about header. So if I save it now and I go to the web page here and I click refresh, see what happened? Name, telephone, because we don't have anything here now. If I say border now, if I say border equal to, then I hope it works. Did you see what happened now? It puts line there. It's too much, but I'm just trying to tell you that because I would have used style, but using style will make it beautiful, but then you won't understand it. But it's better to start with HTML, pure HTML, okay? So if I do this now, you see now. So let me put break here so that there will be space. I told us about break last week, isn't it? Break, it will break down because that BBC is okay. So it's okay now, right? Name this. Okay. So that's it now. We want to now put something under this, what? Under name, telephone, email, address. We already have 4 now. So we have to deal with that 4, okay? So if you go there now, you will see what they did here. The first start with TO. So let's just do this. We'll put at least 3 details, okay? For table data. Table data will not be bold because they are not header. So if I do this now, let's see what we're going to happen now. Because look at what we did now. This stands for what? Name, table row, name. Now, see what happened. Now, did you see what happened here now? Guess what's going to happen? Now, let me show you something. Did you see what happened? Now, they put telephone number. That is 2 telephone number here, but it has tab here. So they don't align it well, just to let you know, okay? Now, and they put code span 2 so that it will allow 2, like it's going to expand. But we are not doing our own that way because I want to just have name. So let's just leave it that way now, for now. Bgate. So if I put this one now, see what will happen. I will show you something before we continue. If I put 3 now, you will see what will happen. The code span will show for us now. If I put 3, because we have 4 here, it's going to show 3 in that place, but that's not where we're going to. I go here. Where's my HTML? See, do you see it? Sorry. See 1, 2, 3. Okay. So rather, I can do that, but that's for a telephone. But if you now do something and put a name, it's going to call it number 4. So you have to be careful how you use code span, okay? So I'd rather not want it that way, okay? because we just want each stuff in each row. So I'll just say Brigade telephone number. What's the next one? For email, I can put marker at .com, and then address 222 Houston, Texas. Hallelujah. All right. So if I save it now, that will be the first data. Yeah. Eh?
Ooh.
No, I haven't removed this. Sorry.
The call span.
Yeah. So you can use code span. It depends on what you want, but I'm just trying to say. So this is how it is now. Okay. Right. 4. Perfect. Now, the next one is that we want 3 data, so I can copy paste, and do the same thing here. All right. Copy paste, and say I want more row. You understand? So you can rename them the way you want as well. I can do this. So we have 3 details, and after this, I can close my words.
The
What do you
table.
think?
The table row or the table tag?
No, you just close the table.
Table tag.
Yeah. And then that's it for us, okay? So if I do this now, we already have everything here, okay? We can always change this later on, but just for sample sake, okay? That's table, okay? So that's table done. Now, you can decide to say, in this table, I want one of them to have link here. So I can say, this.com should have a link. I can say, you see how you think. You think out of the box, isn't it? This one have a link. I'll just say, hey, I'll put A here. I'll say href. I'll now use equal to, oh, I don't even know where equal to is again. Look at me. https www.cnn.com. All right. And then we'll close it, and then we'll put it in between A. That means that one we have link out of all the data in the table. Isn't it? You see it now? I can click it, and it will take me towards to CNN. Is that okay? Yeah. So it's more of thinking. So that's how, but don't worry. Later on, the only thing is for you to understand text. Don't worry about all this thing, because it's not beautiful, because there will always be template out there. There are a lot of things. But now you understand how things work. You can easily figure things out and put things, link between this image and so on and so forth. So you can decide to say, okay, I think I might put a break here. It seems that I can put a break between this data. Okay, let me try it. Probably it will work. See what will happen. Do you think it will work?
Yes. Okay, it worked.
How?
It moved down one step. So there's another line break that was created.
Where? No, it works because it works outside it. It won't work inside it. Okay. Now that's it. Inside. But it's not. You can't put break inside tables.
Inside the table. Okay.
Okay. All right. But you can put space, like number of space. I can put number of space between this. Now I can decide to say, in this 22, between this number, I can put this like, I think, is it copyright? I've forgotten copyright, but you can use copyright. Let me try it if it's going to work. Copy. Is it copy?
I think it's copy.
Yeah, I've forgotten. And then I can put number of space here. Let's see what's going to happen. MBSP. I told us last week, you should remember. Yeah, I now forgot. If you put something this way, is it
the ampersand symbol?
Is it at the front or at the back? I want to see.
In front.
So I'm right, yeah? Okay. Let's see. Let's see what we did. Yes, space is here. We got that one right. Then what next? Copyright. It's not working. I think I'm the one that will get it right.
Okay, copy.
I'm joking. I don't know. Maybe it's
copyright. Okay.
Now, That's the beauty of HTML. In other programming language, you can't just say you want to write something that is special. You have to put plus, ampersand or all these stuffs there before anything can work. Like variable. You understand what I'm trying to say? So let's Google copyright. What's the code for copyright? Let's Google it. That's your job now. I just want to remember copyright. You just say copyright in HTML. So what's the tag for it? I've forgotten. Oh, it's copy. Oh, we didn't put upper sign. Okay. Look at us. You got it.
Yeah,
oh, you didn't put, this, you put this. Because every HTML has it and I was putting at. Oh. So if you go there and then you do this. So it's way of thinking like, do you see the copyright now? You see copyright there? Okay. So that's why sometimes you go to some places where they put HTML tag there, you see at C. That's what they use there in their HTML. And so, for example, if you want to be a web developer, you want to be using WordPress to design website for people, you have to understand this thing because sometimes you may want to change what they put in a template and you're thinking, what are you going to do? That's why you have to understand HTML. You cannot just jump into WordPress, okay, without not understanding how to use, tags and so on and so forth in HTML. Is that okay? So let's continue. And then we now have list. Okay. Don't worry about border color. Don't worry. We're still going to cascade style sheet and everything will be beautiful and beautiful. We'll try a lot of things and so on. And then list. So what is list? We have another list and other list. And these are lists, okay? It's similar to table. You only start with what? UL. Okay? And then UL is like kind of an header, while LI is a kind of a data, all right? And it always have attribute as well. So you could see disk, circle, square, and none. So I think I'll just copy this example and then we'll try the rest because this one is easy to learn. So easy. I don't think you have problem there. And then you can decide to have link. Coffee can have link as well. Okay. So I can do this now and say, I want to put this one as a link as well. You can try that yourself, but let's try this one and I'll leave it. Href, okay? I'll just say, no, let me just copy this now. Rather than stressing us, isn't it? The reason why I'm doing this for you to think out of the box when you are reading something, okay? That actually this is what Facebook did, this is what they did, this is what they did. You understand? Okay, I think we're fine now. Let's try this. See now the list, it has link. Okay, now that's it. So you can decide. Some people they'll say, do you want to buy this? And then these are the list of what you are. Click on each one so that you can buy it, in everything and so on and so forth. So that's what I would say. That's it for you. Is that okay? So there are different kind of lists. You see, there's style, disk. Don't worry. So like this one, I don't need all this thing. I can call it disk. Okay. I'll call it, what do they call it? Is it, they don't call it, they call it one attribute. For HTML, they don't call it style. And I don't know why they call it like that. I think it's called value in HTML. So because we are not using, because I'm intentionally doing this, because it's not good for you to be learning when they have not taught you and they are putting it there. I think maybe they want you guys to, I don't need this. This bullet, I think we got that one right. And let me look for another attribute.
Square.
Let's see if it's right.
Square.
Let's square. I don't know why they are using. It's not changing. Oh, sorry. You know why? I think I'm supposed to put it there. No, it's still not. Maybe it's not value. I don't know.
Perhaps it's not value.
Yeah, it's not value. I want to remember what it is. They confuse someone. It's, I don't think we call it style in those days. And I don't know
Oh,
why
it's value, Michael. It's value. Value. It's showing up there.
where is it?
Value. On top of the list, disk, square.
Yeah, it's value, but
It's
when we
value.
say disk,
Oh, style, type.
yeah, well, we don't
That's
normally,
CSS.
no, we don't put the style type, because if you are using HTML stuff, I don't want to use style. I know style is there, but I don't want to use style. When I was doing it then, they don't use style. So I want to teach us pure HTML. That's our purpose here today. Do you get what I'm trying to do? So
Yes.
I'll, because they don't put it there, that thing they are not consistent. So I'll just say disk in HTML list. That's all. I don't need to stress my. So it's value here. So I won't use HTML.
Value.
And here is type. See what's happening now. They
Okay.
changed it. See what happened now. Type. So it's called type. You see square, circle. Did you see what is happening now? So it's called type. All right. So we are learning HTML pure. I think they combine. I think maybe the tutorial I went to is more of the latest one. So, but they are trying to combine cascading style sheet. But you can get it in this lesson that I'm trying to teach HTML, pure HTML, not. Do you get it now?
Not combined with CSS.
Yeah. So because later I will be doing all these things, so that's fine. So that's it now. It's going to work that way. So you could see how it works here as well. Where's our tutorial? Do you know where our page is? So you have to go back. Jesus is Lord. Oh my God. You know why? I don't want to open it in Internet Explorer. Open with Chrome. Did you see it now? Square, everything. So I can decide to use square, disk, and everything. So I think we are fine there. Is that okay? So then we'll move to blocks. Now, what is block? Block is kind of, you want to display something in a default element so that it will be, for example, if I want to write something like an address, if you write an address, like example, if you write your address now in HTML, in a tag, it might just write it on a straight line, but you want them to be in block so that it's going to be exactly, you want the first line of the address, the postcode to be at the end, you understand? So you want a 4-line address, that's what we have block. So block can be different things as well. Okay, you can use division, you can use span, you can use nav. So these are the things you will see when you are doing lots. You know, people that do, when I was doing software testing, sometimes you come across all this in HTML, div and span and everything. So look at this now. This is an example of a block tag. So we have different examples of block tag. Okay. So in this one is div. Okay. So if I go here now, do you see how it is now? So if I remove this now, what is it? How do I comment out now? Do you remember? I want to comment out div now. Do you know what we do? Comment.
The tag and exclamation mark.
Perfect.
And then lines, dash, dash.
And then what should I do here now?
Close
That's
it.
comment. How do I close it? You remember now? What's it? It close. Tell me.
Put some lines again and close.
Perfect. Yeah. So now I will close it now. So let me just remove this. See what will happen. See? What do you notice?
The block is gone.
Okay. Don't worry. Later on, you will see there's what we call block quotes. That one is the good one for address and everything. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So,
they are wrapped in the block.
So span as well. Span element is often used as a container for some text. So it means that if you put something, like for example, if you have span in a table, that particular text that you put within span is not going to be misaligned. It's going to be straight. It's going to be okay. Okay, you understand? So it defines a section in a document inline. All right. This is different, but you can use them interchangeably. All right, but it's still the same thing. Okay, but I think when you start getting deeper, you'll be able to understand more how to use span and how to use div and so on and so forth. Okay. Classes. So forget about classes for now, because we're going to deal with this in JavaScript. Because if I try to say class now, class is kind of, you are trying to create a variable for something, but you will need it because if we want to do form, how I wish we can do form today, but time has gone already. So we'll do form. So we might need these classes in form. So we might need to learn it. So what is a class? It is used to define a name. So you'll be using it a lot in Castain style sheet as well. When you give it a class, you give it a name. Now you now refer to that name somewhere. Okay. So now, for example, they give you an example here now. Okay. They wrote, forget about all this time now. They said the first div here is cities. Okay. London. London is the capital of England, div. The second one is cities, class, cities. Paris, class, Tokyo. Now, result, London is the capital of England. But did you see what happened? They gave it different tag name. If they close it, did you see now? It has divided it now. It has divided this part. It divides 3 parts, isn't it, with div? But you cannot know the usefulness later on until you start using class very well, okay? So for now, we'll leave it for now, because kind of the class can be used most effectively in casting style sheets, because you'll be referring to it, what you need it for and what it, but for now, don't worry. So you still be using this. Aha. I see. Oh my God. I'm looking for a good, this is where we are going to. This is it. It's very important. This is where it is important. Perfect. Now, why you need ID, okay? And why you need this hash as well. You use 2 things. Now, for example, now, did you see this thing now? I put C4 here. I call this H2. What is in the element of H2? Here, hide the C4. Now, I now gave it a link. Jump to chapter 4. Now, if I have a long list and I click this link, it's going to jump to this C4 because I have given it an ID name, C4. Did you see it now? So now, or you can do it this way. You write this is this way, and say jump to chapter 4. All right. If you do this href here, chapter 4, or add a link to the bookmark, but it's always good to use this. Okay. Just jump to, since you have already, so this is the most common one. You have given it a name. So we'll try it here. Okay. Suppose, what can I do? We're supposed to have, I need to teach you another thing. Jesus. Now, wait. Remember in our link, okay, we have web here. Suppose I say copy, I paste here. I said page 2, okay. I call it page 2. I've now called it page 2, okay. It's now referred to page 2, okay. It's in the same place, okay. I can decide to say it's in this part, okay. Now, if I go here and I said I don't want to go to this href copy, I want it to go to this part. And I say, what did I call it now? Page 2.
Page 2.
.html. Now see what's going to happen. Now I'm referring to it there to go to what? So if I do this, where is the coffee? I do this, it's taking me to this page 2, but it shouldn't do that. I think I didn't put the link well. So I have to search for the link. So I have to put space. I think space. You can put quotes. Though I don't need to put this C drive and address, but in case you have it in another side of things and so on and so forth. Now click. The file cannot be found here. C balance web. Why is it not finding it? Page 2.html. Let me find it my phone. Should find it. Let me use page 2.html alone and see why it's doing that. Let me check what I give to you. Yeah, page 2.html is correct. Sorry. Your file was not found. It may have been moved. No, it should work. Ahref. So what did I do wrong? Anyway, the purpose of this is that you can link to your own page itself, because we are going to learn that later on when we are doing multiple pages. For example, you have contact page. You say click here to go to the contact page. So they will click it and then it goes there as well, and so on and so forth. So that's the purpose of this. So this is what we want to learn, which I almost forget because it's very important in link for HTML. So this is the same thing here. We're going to be doing that, okay? So I want to use ID to get to a page. Suppose I have a long page and I want to go back to a section up. You know, you remember sometime you scroll down, there's some web, and then you click it and it says go up, and then you take you up because they use this ID to locate it back, okay? To where the portion is, okay? So let's do something. Let me put this here. Let's try it, okay, in our own web page. Where is it? Suppose we put, you know, this one is a long one already. Suppose we have it here already, okay? I want to try something. Hold on. Done. All right. We have already called that one, isn't it? So now, this is 4. Now, we now have a link here, all right? We want it to jump to the top. Let's see. I want to see if it's going to jump up. I save. So let's try. I don't know why I keep. Right. Let's refresh it. So where is it now? So if I say jump to chapter 4, no, it's not. That's not what I want. Hold on. I want to make it long. I want it to go to the top. So we can't see it now because it's already still showing it. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to still put more of this, okay? But that's the only thing we can use to verify it's working. Okay. All right. Yeah, this one should be fine. So jump. Did you see it now? It takes me to that place because jump. Did you see it now? So it's an identity, okay, to locate where you want to be. So for example, I don't know why this one, we should be able to make this to work now because it's very important for me to say href go to, okay, what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to try this alone. I want to try this. Hold on. I want to go to page 2. I don't know why it's not taking me to page 2. So let me page 2. I want to see why it's not doing that. Then we're still going to learn how to hover over link. So your file was not found. I want to see why it's saying my file is not found. Strange. Page 2.html should be able to do that. I do that most of the time. Oh, let me try HTML. Maybe it's trying to say, because you can save it as HTML and HTML, and then it's saying no, no way. I have to do it back. Yeah, don't worry. When I copy and save it, it now change it as HTML, HTM rather than HTML. I think our first one was HTML, but because I copy and paste it, so it now call it HTM. So HTM and HTML are the same, but it depends on how you save your file. Okay. So because when I copy it, the computer automatically save it as HTM rather than HTML file. Okay, but it's just a minor thing. Okay. So you could see now it goes to that page. I can say that page is a contact us page. So when I say, oh, go to contact us page, it's going to now go to that contact us page. Okay. Okay. So if I can scroll down. Oh, sorry, I'm in page 2 now. Sorry. So I can say contact us. These are contact us page. So you have put something there for your contact. Just what you need to know anyway for contact us page, which is okay. All right, you now understand ID now. So ID is very good. It's one of the skills you should learn. So iframes is easier. So it's like table. You define an iframe, and then you said you want to be using 2 screen. You want to be viewing the other page. So that's what we're going to do now. So we can do this iframe here. See what it's going to do for you. Iframe. If you have any question, let me know.
Okay.
But I hope you are getting it.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, I'm still page 2. See what happened. Do you know why?
Why?
Okay. First is to look at your code. See what is happening. That's not what we want. We want our page 2 to be showing there for the frame. HTML. Okay. So it's going to now show in that part. I know it's very short, so you understand, but you can make your frame to work in that part, okay? And then you can make it borderless as well, so that people won't know. And remove this border and so on and so forth. But it's just an experiment anyway. So it's frame, okay? But people don't use frame again. It's old fashioned, okay? Now for frame. They still use it, but if you want to see, you won't see, like if this one is frame, I won't know until I check the web page if it's a frame. You see this page I'm using now. If I want to know if this is a frame, I'll just go here, as I told you before, more tools, developer tools, and then I start going around. I want to look for iframe. Let's see. Look. So this is a frame. So they have frame there. Now, can you see it? Do you know why we can't see it?
No.
Because we cover the page, isn't it?
Okay.
I'm looking for another iframe. Look. That sidebar. I just want to experiment, don't mind me. So anyway, they have frame there. I could see iframe there as well. So, but I think the frame is showing at the other side, so I can't see it really. But it's, you get what I'm trying to say. So, so this is it here, frame here. Okay. So I'll remove this frame. We don't need it, honestly. I don't like it for now unless it's necessary. So next we are going to learn form. It's one of the things we have to learn, which is good for us. So this one we'll now be going for CSS style sheet, and then we'll learn forms. So these are forms, how to write forms, and then everything. And then you understand the attribute, action, and everything like that. We understand form, password, So different things in forms, form elements, different things to learn in form elements. All right. So try it yourself. See it now. You can select this, select this. So form is an interesting part of HTML, which you need to know. So let me see if they have. Now we need to do quiz. HTML examples. But we'll not do example. It's good for us to learn it later on, but I think you all know this anyway. Images, let me see if something we can learn. Honestly, you know all this, so there's no need. But quiz, exercises, start HTML exercise, you will get 1 point for each correct answer. So over to you, let's go. Add a tooltip to the paragraph below. Did I teach you tooltip?
No.
I didn't.
We didn't.
Oh, I think you just go to the tutorial and then try to look at it as well. You understand? So it's going to help us. At the end of the day, we'll go to it and then we'll look at it. I think you just go through it. I think it's something, because it's not necessary, but I know it's there. Tooltip is there. So I think you can do this thing. P, use correct to add a heading. You know, you can use heading as well. I think this one we did it as well. Mark up the text with appropriate tags. So you got tags, yeah. Start with the smallest. Well, honestly, forms and everything. So, okay, let's go on.
Are you answering them?
No, I'm not answering them. I'm just showing you. We're not doing anything. We are close here already. We are still doing. I'm just showing what we'll do next. Then quiz. I think quiz is what I want us to do. Quiz for leave. What does HTML stands for?
Hypertext Markup Language.
Who is making the web standard? Just choose.
Has to be the World Wide Web Consortium.
Okay. The correct HTML for largest heading.
H1.
What's the correct HTML element for inserting a line break?
DR. The third one.
Okay. What is the correct HTML for adding a background color? I know
Body style. Body style.
Yeah, you got it. I think
background color.
Okay. Which one is used to define important text?
Important.
You sure it's important? Important?
I'm thinking strong.
You think strong, yeah?
Strong makes the text bold.
Yeah. Okay, choose the correct HTML element to define emphasize text.
Emphasize. M.
Okay. What's the correct HTML for creating a hyperlink?
The anchor link. Ahref.
Okay, so
the third one.
Third one, okay. Which character is used to indicate an end tag?
The slash, the second one. Sorry, Michael.
That's good. Number 10, how can you open a link in a new tab or browser window?
The last one.
Which of these elements are all table elements? All table elements.
All of them. Head, foot, body, body.
This one, yeah?
I'm not sure.
That's the, it's an answer D. TR, I think we did TR, TD.
Table row, huh?
Yeah. Inline elements are normally display without starting a new line.
Oh.
Yeah, it's an inline style. You won't start a new line, so it's a true.
Okay.
Inline element style. So that's why you have that one.
Oh.
How can you make a number list?
Numbered one. OL. Ordered list.
This one, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. How can you make a bulleted list? I don't even know all those ones anyway. So
It's unordered. But then we will put type.
L.
Bullet. So the last one, yes, it's unordered.
What's the correct HTML for making a checkbox?
Input type. Checkbox.
Don't worry.
The third one.
Yeah, we didn't do form. I think you did it yourself anyway. So what's the correct HTML for making a text input field?
Text input. Input type text.
Yeah. What is the correct HTML for making a drop-down list?
The top one, input type drop down.
Okay. What about select? What's it for?
I don't know.
Okay. What's the correct HTML? Don't worry, it's okay. What's the correct HTML for making a text area? You are okay.
Text area. And the top one.
The top one.
Oh, I think it's the middle one.
Select. So it's a clue for you, but it's okay. What's the correct HTML for inserting an image?
The image tag. IMG source. IMG image.gif with an alternative. My image, the second one.
What about the fourth one? Why is it different?
But I thought you
word image. Image is written in full. It's IMG.
Okay, that's good.
Uses IMG, not the full.
You all got it. Thank you. Everybody got it. Yes, that's good. What's the correct HTML for inserting a background image? I know I didn't teach you this, but think of it.
Ooh. Maybe the top one.
Because of the IM.
Because of the background image.
What about this? Do you think it's not B?
Oh, it could be.
Okay. Now, because of time, let's choose. Choose. I don't want to choose. So me, I don't know anything. So you just choose. Should I choose this for you or this? I'm helping you now. So,
we'll go with teacher B because teacher is going with B.
No, maybe I'm trying to push you to miss it. I want you to be sure because sometimes I try to say it. I want you to be sure. Should I go for B? Okay. B.
That is A. B. Was it correct?
Which answer is this? No, you will look at the answer at the end of the quiz.
Okay.
An iframe is used to display a web page within a web page. Which one? True, false, or there is no such thing as iframe? We discuss it now.
Iframe. Web page within a web page.
Time is going. 6 minutes. Okay, don't worry. True. HTML comments start with this and end with this. We just finished this now. Remember.
Yes, that's true.
Sure.
You start with this like this and then end with that. Okay. Block elements are normally displayed without starting a new line.
Block elements, that's false.
Which HTML defines the title of a document?
Ed.
Well done, well done. Which HTML defines the title of the element? Are you sure?
Title. The title is in the head.
Yes. Okay. Which HTML? Did I take next now?
You took title.
It's title is the answer.
Okay.
But I'm not sure until we find the answer now. Me too, I'm learning now. Which HTML attribute specify an alternate text for an image? Mr. Chooks will get this one. Because you keep mentioning it.
Oh,
Let that me answer it now.
oh, sorry.
No, Chukso, please. I'm still learning.
Okay.
We are all learning.
Okay, choose so because he keep mentioning it.
Alternative.
B, yeah.
Yeah, alt.
Which doc type is correct for HTML5? That one is it A or C? Just choose. The second one is not. So A or C, just choose. Pray and get it.
A.
Yo. Why do you have to use HTML5? Well, we'll find out at the end of the day. Which HTML element is used to specify a footer for a document or section?
Footer.
But
There's a footer tag.
In HTML, you can embed SVG element directly into the HTML page.
Embed them into his SVG. Yes, things like Facebook logo.
Okay.
SVG.
What is the correct HTML element for playing video files?
Hey.
Choose between A or B. Just choose. But think of it. Video cannot be, but media is general, isn't it? But just think of it. I'm just trying to give you a clue.
For playing video.
I said video can be general, but media and video can be specific, but media is general.
yeah, already giving us the answer. It's media.
Are you sure? Okay, don't let me
Like
twist you
media.
guys. So, what is the correct HTML element for playing audio files?
Audio.
Audio.
Don't worry. The HTML global attribute content table is used to.
Content editable.
Yeah. I don't know why they put it that way. So global attribute I have never used this before, but content attribute is used to.
Maybe the last one to specify whether it can be edited or not.
You are winning gold, though, this brother. In HTML,
Michael, I'm not too sure.
unblur and unfocus are.
Hey.
What do you think?
Unblur, unfocus.
Now, let me help you. Anytime you see on mouse it's an event, I think so. But I think they are. But if you can try, but I don't think it's a style. So which one do you choose? Me too. I'm not sure, but I think when you see on mouse over on this thing, they are kind of event stuff. But because I know you have not come across it, but I'm not sure too. Should I choose event?
Let's go with event. Next question.
If we miss it, we miss it together. Don't blame me. Graphics defined by SVG is in which format? Think of it. Now, let me tell you something about SML. SML is something that, so do you think it's SML or HTML? Just choose out of the two. I'm helping you guys.
Graphics defined by
XML.
This dummy, she's very smart too. The HTML canvas element is used to. I don't know this, so I won't say anything. The HTML canvas element is used to.
Say something.
Maybe draw graphics.
To draw graphics. Are you sure?
No, I'm not sure.
No, don't try to think I'm trying to manipulate you, or just do whatever you want to do.
I am honestly not sure, but I know canvas. A lot of graphical work is done on a canvas. So, educated guess.
Perfect. In HTML, which attribute is used to specify that an input field must be filled out? I know you have not done this before, so we'll do it together. Normally, you would think it's validated.
Placeholder.
No, it's required.
Required.
Which attribute is used to specify that an input field must be filled and is required? So when you put required, don't worry, we'll learn it next week. It means that the person must fill it. Before, that was 15 years ago, we don't have that attribute. But in new HTML editor, if you say required, that means that it must be filled out. So that's why if you go to some websites, you say they will have put required there, means that. So it's required, don't worry, that one. Which input type defines a slider control? Do you think it's set or slider or controls? Which one? Just choose anyone. Just choose. Pray and choose. Dammy, you guess a lot.
You have the answer.
No, I don't know it honestly. This one.
Slider.
Okay. Okay. Which statement is used to display scalar measurement within a range? Now, scalar measurement. Don't worry about all this. Honestly, it is not realistic in real life, but at least to make fun. And so, should we choose range, measure, guard, or Chooks? Educated.
Another educated guess. Scale. Meter is the closest one coming to mind.
Meter, are you sure? Okay.
Scale.
All right.
Scale and measurement.
Which HTML defines navigation links?
Nav.
Yes, you both get it. 39. Hey, my computer is shaking. Oh. In HTML, you want to see these people want to break record. What does the aside element define? I've never seen this before. But content aside from page elements, the navigation list to be shown at the left side of the name. So what do you think is it? Do you think it's A, B, C?
Aside.
Dammy.
Navigation.
Just choose. Let Dammy choose.
Of the page.
Just choose. Don't worry. We will all see the answer. You have passed already. I think so. But let's see.
Aside.
Should I choose B or A? Which one? Or C?
B.
You choose B. Okay. Last one to see our results. Which HTML elements used to specify a header for a document or section?
Header. Oh, for a document or a section. Header.
It's header. Yeah? Ready? Are you sure it's header?
I'm not sure because a whole document has head. Then a section has a header.
Okay. Let's see how much you get. 87. Yeah, you're all fast.
You will see.
40.
Let's
see.
Including guessing.
One, you get this one too. H3, 4. Yes. Which one? Yes. So this is where we guess, select. That's the answer which I said. Yeah, it shouldn't be input. Test area. You get that one. That one. I said, yeah, you got it. Okay. Which one do we miss? I know it's towards the last one. This is the answer. That's why I said, why do you put HTML5? Remember that I give you the cue there that you don't need, because anytime doc type was introduced when HTML5 was introduced, so you don't need to put HTML5. Okay, where's our quiz? But at least we learned something now. So this is it as well. Video. So I'm the one that mislead you. Sorry. Audio. Okay. And then what next? Yeah, you got the SML.
Got that content editable.
Content editable.
Where is it?
In 31.
Yeah, you got it now.
Oh, okay. By guessing.
Draw graphics as well, you got it?
By guessing from Canvas.
So you got required,
Required
and then this one is range. So
slider.
that on.
Oh.
I don't know this
You
one.
got me. Ah,
Yeah.
Scale,
killer
meter.
measurement.
Nav.
Mm.
And this one is content aside page content. And then header. Yeah. Well,
Chooks, you got most of it. Well done, Chooks.
I hope that you all enjoy. Did you learn something today? We are going to do form next week, and then from there we'll go to cascading style sheet, and then we'll be able to enjoy website design.
This to select.
Do you get something, Dami? Do you get something, and everybody?
Yes, I did. Though.
At
At
least
least I learned about HTML today.
someone is
For
sending.
it,
Someone is sending me a message. He said no. The person is joking. Don't worry, it's a joke. All right, everybody, enjoy your day, and
Okay.
all right.
Michael.
continue with form. Form will be quite straightforward, and then we'll go to cascading style sheet. All right. So thank you everybody for coming. All right. God bless. I'll
All
update
right.
Okay,
by
thank you,
Thursday
Michael.
tomorrow. All right. Cheers.
All
Bye.
right. Good night, everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.